Hello and welcome. This is Dirty Saxophone bringing you my introduction video. So, I'm going to go ahead and start by addressing my old followers, mostly because they're the ones who are probably going to need the most context in regards to this video. So, basically, what happened is that I decided to go ahead and set up a Patreon because, well, like probably most content creators, one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because I'm chasing that dream of being able to do what I love to do while making a living. Now, I understand that that's, you know, very unrealistic, streamers who make a living entirely on content creation are very rare, but it's overall such a fun experience, and I just enjoy doing this so much that I really don't care. But of course, you know, human being, we all live in these difficult times. Society demands that we fulfill our adult responsibilities, and wanting to be able to pay the bills, or at least help to pay the bills by doing something you love, is just, the dream. Anyway, so in creating that Patreon, I decided to watch a bunch of videos before I did so because I felt that I needed, well, some education before I went ahead and did it. And the videos that I watched basically went to show that there was a lot of stuff that I still needed to take care of, or there were some things that I was missing, things that I was largely aware of. For example, one of the things that I haven't really put together is exactly my identity. I've been making different types of videos, different forms of entertainment, things that I'll probably never touch on again. And they've gotten me some views. People have enjoyed the content, which is at this point what the most important thing is. And I myself enjoyed doing it as well, which is also very important. But these are things that I've been able to explore being a small channel. Things that I did because the inspiration struck. But as you start to create more and more content on YouTube, you do eventually want to carve out your personality. And that's one of the things that the Patreon research taught me. So I created my Patreon, and at some point in time, it's asking you to put in like an introductory post, right? It could be text based or it could be a video. I decided to go with a video because this is what I this is what I do. So I figured it's the best way to, introduce myself, to talk about what I do, and overall just cover a bunch of bases, at the same time. So, yeah, to new and old viewers, I am Dirty Saxophone. I love creating game reviews, specifically for games that have meticulously balanced difficulty mechanics, or mechanics that are just punishing in general. I like to talk a lot about gaming news. I consume gaming news daily. It's so awesome to see that how times have changed. People 30, 40 years ago would wake up, have some coffee, read the newspaper about, more worldly things. I wake up every morning and hit up YouTube to see Bellular or Dreamcast Guy or, Ruricon, the content creators that create content for the things that I enjoy. So, in consuming a lot of gaming news content, I do also like to talk about it. I'm definitely nowhere near in the know as some of these other content creators, but I do love to comment on what they inform me about. So yeah, gaming reviews, gaming news. I do occasionally stream, although I haven't fully gotten into that just yet. I still have a little bit of setting up to do. I'm going to start dual streaming to YouTube and Twitch pretty soon. The next time I stream, that'll be definitely one of the things that I intend to do. Hopefully my setup allows for it, and we'll find out how it all goes. Another thing that I plan on doing are podcasts. I have one podcast in the works right now. The consistency of that podcast is still up in the air because both me and my friend both have adult responsibilities that we have to tend to, so we have to kind of balance out exactly how much we're going to do. But I'll get into it right now. So the biggest reason I made this video is so that my Patreon members know, which, whenever some decide to join, so that everybody who follows me knows what the general idea of what I'm going to be doing on a month by month basis is, so that people know what they're getting into basically if they choose to provide support on Patreon, right? So, my base schedule that I'm planning for right now, that I think fits my schedule as I go forward, is that I plan on being able to stream at least 8 times a month, probably 4 hours per stream. That's my goal. Another thing that I want to do is 8 videos a month, 2 videos per week, 2 streams per week. And the number of podcasts, like I said before, is one of the ones that's up in the air, but I'm pretty sure that I will be able to manage one podcast per month. And before I move forward now at that point, I'd also like to mention that this is the bare minimum of what I plan on being able to produce on this channel. I've been able to produce quite a bit lately, and just like I have been in the past, there are going to be months where I'll probably put out 12 videos in a month, 16 videos in a month, maybe even 20 videos a month, you know. It's just going to depend on what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And or what exactly is going on, how much time I have, how good I get at producing the content that I'm making. All of that is going to play a big role into just exactly how much content I put out there. I might stream more often, and I might even be able to get more podcasts in. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to mention for this introductory video. But before I move along, I do want to keep this video less than 10 minutes. Most of my videos break the 20-minute mark. Just so you know, get some context on me. In 2018, I first played Monster Hunter World, and that was my first introduction to what I would call Souls-like. I consider Monster Hunter a Souls-like game. I don't know if Miyazaki defined Souls-likes in that sense. I don't know. I'd have to go do some history digging. I don't know if Monster Hunter came before Dark Souls, whatever. It doesn't really matter, but I do consider both of the games to be very similar. Monster Hunter World is what got me into games that have very meticulously balanced difficulty mechanics. Before then, I was playing hack and slashes like Devil May Cry, and lots of RPGs for which I have a lot of love for. Fallout and Mass Effect are dear to my heart. These are things I will most likely visit at some point in time during my, content creation journey. I'm looking forward actually to playing Outer Worlds 2. I don't know if I'll stream it. I may create a review for sure, most likely. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I love difficult games now at this point. Meticulously balanced games is pretty much my thing right now, and the 3 games that I've played that subscribe to that philosophy are Monster Hunter World, of course. I've skipped Monster Hunter Wilds for now. Elden Ring, I never played any of the previous Souls games. Elden Ring is my only, well, not my only, because I did play a game called Evergrace once upon a time, but I don't think that was prime Souls-like games just yet from FromSoft, right? I've also played Hollow Knight Silksong that's the last game I played actually. I played a little bit of the original Hollow Knight. I never finished it, however, but Silksong I did finish. I put out a review. The second playthrough review is coming out pretty soon. I really enjoyed recording that, really enjoyed talking about it. And yeah, that is basically me, Dirty Saxophone. Of course, anything could change because I do work full time and I have, adult responsibilities. But I did set the minimum amount of content that I'm going to be creating fairly low, at least at a point where I think I'm very capable of keeping up with it. So, just so you know, anything could always happen, but I will always keep my patrons aware of what's going on in my life so that, you guys can make informed decisions about whether you're going to stay subscribed or not, etc., etc. Thank you so much. Oh, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, or dislike if you disliked it. But if you choose to dislike, don't be a coward. Post in the comments so I can get some constructive criticism as to why you didn't like the video. I'm open to constructive criticism. All right, see you on the next one.